Well, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Yes, indeed. Christmas could be just around the corner. And this is a Christmas video on my YouTube channel. And it is to have a reading with Ricky Day for The Best Christmas Gift is Love. So who am I? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Rick Goetze. I'm the Canadian author who writes the Little Ricky short story collections. I sell my books in collections of 12 short stories, or I sell them individually. Now, am I selling books to be famous and to become the best author ever known? Absolutely not. I'm using my talent as an author to help the poor. When you buy a book from me, either through Amazon.ca, the Canadian version of Amazon, or on Kobo.com, I give 100% of those royalties, every penny I make from you, to charity. I donate all of my royalties to a food bank here in Toronto. So many people are struggling these days, especially during the Christmas season. And I, with your help, want to do my best to help to make sure that they have some food on the table. It's so hard for everyone these days. So if I can do something with your help to help these poor people, that's what I like to do. So today's reading with Ricky on my YouTube channel here is going to be something about the best Christmas gift is love. And that is so true, because we don't really need so many material things in our lives. Some is nice, of course, but really what's most important is love. Love is so important. And in this beautiful, charming story, which we'll have a little reading about very shortly, it's about not thinking about yourself, but thinking about others and giving from your heart. So before we get into today's reading with Ricky, though, I want to talk a little bit about myself. I started my writing journey in the year 2000 and 20. In the year 2020, I retired from the federal public service in Ottawa, Ontario, and I decided what would I want to do in retirement. Originally, I had wanted to volunteer with the elderly here in Toronto. I moved to Toronto and wanted to volunteer at the old age homes. But as we all know, in the year 2020, it was the pandemic and everything was closed down. So in the absence of being able to volunteer my time to help the elderly, I decided to use my talent as an author, as a writer, to write some short stories. And when I discovered that people were liking my short stories, I was encouraged to put them into collections and sell them on Amazon and on Kobo. So back then, I put together my first collection of 12 short stories about my protagonist, a 5-year-old boy, Little Ricky, the boy from Otter Lake. And this is a collection of 12 heartwarming short stories, including a Christmas story about a 5-year-old boy growing up in a small town. It's all about love, learning, lessons, basically those early lessons that we should learn to help us get through the rest of our life. You know, forgiveness, kindness, being polite, all that stuff. So it's a great little book for parents reading to their children, grandparents reading to their children, or for a little bit older children that like to read stories on their own. They're 12 easy to read short stories about this cute little boy growing up in a small town. It's Canadiana, historical fiction. What was it like to grow up in the 1970s as a 5-year-old boy? Lots of fun. Because that book was so successful, I then went on to write a new collection of short stories called The Sequels. So just this year in 2025, I put out the newest version of those stories, which is actually a continuation of the original stories. This collection also contains 12 little short stories, and they are exactly the follow-up to what happened in the original short stories. So they are the sequels. Each of the 12 stories has a sequel story in this new collection. This collection is equally found on Kobo.com as an audiobook, or on Amazon.ca as an ebook, or as a paperback book. This is the paperback version here. So, Little Ricky, the lad from Otter Lake, Little Ricky, the boy from Otter Lake, the sequels. Speaking of the lad from Otter Lake, about a year after I published my first collection of short stories, I then published my second collection of short stories called Little Ricky, the Lad from Otter Lake, Adolescent Adventures. What I did, with encouragement from my fans, I aged my protagonist from a 5-year-old boy to a 14-year-old boy. So now my protagonist is in high school. He goes to school in Charlotte, Quebec at Victoria Avenue High School, and he's a teen. As we all know, teen life can be a bit of a struggle for most of us. We're at that very vulnerable time in our lives where we're wondering, are we good enough? Can we do it? What will we do with our lives? All of that kind of stuff. So these new 12 stories in this collection deal with teen issues and teen life. And Ricky is supported, my character Ricky is supported by many wonderful people around him, including many of the teachers from Victoria Avenue High School. This book, when I put it together, was so large though that I had to break it into two parts. So it's sold in two parts, part one and part two. Part one contains the first 6 stories, and part two, of course, the next 6 stories, stories 7 through 12. Again, wonderful short stories about Canadiana historical fiction about growing up in West Quebec in the 1970s. Really touching. And it also has a Christmas story called The Best Christmas Gift is Love, which is the story we're going to focus on in today's Reading with Ricky. So again, found on kobo.com or amazon.ca. Little Ricky, the Lad from Otter Lake, Adolescent Adventures. My newest venture that I'm creating, though, this year is called Little Ricky, the Young Man from Otter Lake. I always envisioned a 3rd series of short stories, and I want to eventually have 12. So far, I have 4 completed. 3 are published of the 4. And hopefully by the end of this year or next year, I'll have 6 stories perhaps published from that collection. But they're also available on kobo.com and amazon.ca. I had some health struggles, so I wasn't able to write as much as I wanted to. But, in 2026, 2027, perhaps, I'm going to continue writing this last collection called Little Ricky, the Young Man from Otter Lake, and I will have 12 stories in that collection as well. However, all of that is for you to find me on kobo.com, find me on amazon.ca. I also have a YouTube presence here on my YouTube channel. I'm in Facebook and other social media platforms. So look me up. I have an author's profile. You might want to scan through, see all of my books that I have available. They make excellent Christmas gifts, by the way. So today's focus, though, is not about those collections. It's about today's story, Reading with Ricky, The Best Christmas Gift is Love. So if you hang in there, I'll be right back, and we'll have a look at that short story. Okay? Be right back. Hey, good to see you back. Thanks for hanging around. So here's today's short story. Today's short story, the focus is going to be a Christmas story, and it's called The Best Christmas Gift is Love. This is the paperback version, sold individually. It can be bought in a collection as well, or you can buy it in this paperback version, or as an ebook, or as an audiobook. Audiobooks, again, are from kobo.com. Ebooks and paperbacks are from amazon.ca. So this is the cover, the back, a little description of the story, a little bit about me, the author. And inside the book, I'm going to read you the teaser paragraph, which is the introductory paragraph to tell people about what's in the story. So basically, here we go. Little Ricky, the Lad from Otter Lake, Adolescent Adventures, the best Christmas gift is love. In December 1979, practically everyone embraced the upcoming holidays with excited anticipation and joy. Even English classes at Victoria Avenue High School get transformed by a brilliant teacher, Mrs. Helen Duquette, so that all of her students fall in love with Christmas. The beloved teacher introduces her pupils to several Christmas-themed literary works, but it is one that she loves most that inspires her flock. With appreciating love for his teacher, Ricky bestows a Christmas gift to her that only an English teacher could treasure most. As the days of December pass by quickly, leading up to the big day, it seems several Christmas secrets are kept within the Goatsey homestead. When the Christmas secrets get revealed, the only fact that is proved correct is that the best Christmas gift is the gift of love. So hang in there. I'm going to be right back, and we're going to have a reading from Ricky. But first off, I'll just show you the artwork for this book. Here's the artwork. These are the characters involved in this particular short story. Very beautiful festive story. And this is the cover artwork as well, showing the school and, of course, Mrs. Helen Duquette. So if you hang in there, I'm just going to flip the page. I'll be right back. We'll have a reading from Ricky. Hey, so let's get into this holiday classic. It's a beautiful Christmas story all about giving love from the heart. So, Little Ricky, the best Christmas gift is love.
At this very moment, the lad from Otter Lake felt so happy. It was Saturday, December 1st, 1979, and Christmas, the most magical day of all, would arrive in exactly 24 days. Ricky, dressed snugly in a big warm wool sweater and comfy flannel pajama pants, sat alone at his little desk under one of the back windows in the boys' room of the Gautier homestead. It was snowing outside, and big thick flakes drifted down from the sky. They melted slightly and slid down the warmer window panes as they touched the glass. Ricky thought that the flakes looked like little snow fairies that were dancing about and then sliding playfully to the bottom of the windowsill after having kissed the window. The sloped roof of the back woodshed, as viewed from the lad's window, was starting to get filled up with a new layer of bright white snow. The light, chilly winds that rushed about were blowing the accumulated flurries into tiny but pretty white swirls. The deep green tree branches of the balsam trees that lined the property, just beyond the plots of the long-ago harvested vegetable gardens, started to turn white as if they were majestically putting on fresh, crisp white linen shirts. Ricky sighed and thought, how very beautiful, how very festive it all looked. It was all so simply fresh, crisp, and just in time for Christmas. The slowly dropping temperatures made the wooden frames and structures of the house and shed crack and creak as the snow-drenched wood started to freeze and contract. Smells from the kitchen below that wafted up the stairwell and into the lad's bedchamber made Ricky's tummy grumble. His mother Veronica had spent the whole day preparing the dried fruits, nuts, spices, and other cake ingredients to make her much-loved fruitcakes. These glorious treats were now baking in a slow oven, and the smell was driving Ricky crazy. In Ricky's view, this was the perfect time and place to write out a list of gifts that he hoped he could find and give to his loved ones. Earlier, Ricky had turned on the radio because the local broadcasters had started to play Christmas music, and for sure the festive songs would help him dream up perfect gift ideas for everyone. Presently, a new song, well new to Ricky, started to play. He did not know its name at this time, but he truly was enjoying the smooth and soft melody of the tune. It was a song by a raspy-voiced American country singer known as Willie Nelson. Ricky found the tune to be filled with emotion, the exact soft, warm, and loving emotions most felt over the Christmas season. Since Christmas time was a time filled with emotions, Ricky felt the song was most appropriate.
Isn't that special? That is the beginning of the best of Christmas. The best gift for Christmas is a gift of love. Hopefully you'll find it on Amazon.ca or on Kobo.com and make it your special Christmas gift to yourself or to someone that you love. It's a really touching, heartwarming Christmas tale that I hope one day will become a true Christmas classic, just like those other beautiful Christmas stories that we enjoy each year. Anyhow, if you're liking my YouTube channel and liking my Reading with Ricky segments, please give me a thumbs up. It would be great to see a thumbs up. If you do like this Reading with Ricky episode and would like to know more, please leave me a comment. I will follow up with you. I love to see your comments. They bring me so much joy. I really love to hear what you have to say. They encourage me to write better, to move forward, and to do things for you that you enjoy. And if you want to be notified, well, certainly click that bell button down there. The bell will make sure that you never miss one of my videos, and subscribe to my channel so that, of course, you'll be able to keep in touch with me. Anyhow, it is Christmas time, or if it's not Christmas time today, hopefully it'll be Christmas time soon, and I wish you the very best for the season. Merry Christmas. Thanks for checking in. Rick Oates here, Canadian author, Little Ricky Collections of Short Stories. Bye for now.